Peace and blessings. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy, Ancient African Wisdom for the Modern Sister. Hey y'all, I'm doing something a little bit differently, my YouTube channel. First of all, I want to thank you for all the support. You know, I've been putting out the videos almost every day, so almost daily, and y'all been giving me so much love, and I appreciate it so very much, and I'm so glad that they're helping. So as many of you know, this Sunday, July 2nd, from 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be doing my second 21-day intensive. Remember, I'm only doing 4 21-day intensive out of the whole year, and they're all devoted to the womb. The first one was fabulous. I had 41 ladies, sisters in the intensive. It was called Return of the Sacred Woman, or the Sacred Womb. And in it, we learned all about our wombs and remedies and recipes. And so this upcoming one that starts on Sunday, it is called Return of the Sacred Beauty. So all four, the next two coming, the next one is going to be called Return of the Sacred Space. And the last one is Return of the Sacred Relationship / union. So let's talk about Return of the Sacred Beauty. I wanted to do something different today. I wanted to first of all bring you into my kitchen, bring you into my home, see me in another light. My kitchen is probably, believe it or not, one of my favorite rooms in the house. The bedroom for sure, but I don't spend a lot of time in the bedroom unless I'm actually sleeping. So, but the other time that I spend most of the time is in the kitchen. I love making delicious, yummy, raw food. Today I made a wonderful peach cobbler for my 6-week training course. I love to clean. I love to decorate. I love to just be in the kitchen. It is a wonderful place for me to be. And so I want to invite you into the kitchen. Only we're not going to call it the kitchen. We're going to call it the Kitchen Healing Laboratory. Again, we're going to call it the Kitchen Healing Laboratory. This name was coined by Queen Afua, and she mentions it in many of her books, but the book that I'm operating out of for the Sunday training course or 21-day intensive, Return to the Sacred Beauty, is the book Sacred Woman. So I'm interpreting that book in my next intensive. I'm using my experiences and sharing those experiences with you of all that I've learned for the 17 years I've been in doing the book, graduated in a sense from the book, and continually to utilize the book in my life. And I want to break it down for you, because so many people say, oh, I'm not really understanding it. And we're going to focus on sacred beauty. But remember, I keep stressing that it's more than just external beauty. And so if it's more than that external beauty, and I say if it's not just external, then it's internal, I wanted to share a recipe with you all today. So ladies, I know a lot of you have heard me talk about this before. I don't think I've ever done this recipe publicly. I got lots of videos on how to get rid of a vaginal odor, or how to get rid of your vaginitis, or even reoccurring yeast infections. I talk about the emotional aspect of it, the spiritual aspect, but today I'm going to show you a physical recipe that you probably have in your home, and I'm going to teach you today how to make a vaginal suppository. So for those ladies that are having those reoccurring yeast infections and you are tired of the antibiotics, I am not a doctor. I do not diagnose or cure, so I'm definitely going to make that statement right, this disclaimer right away. But it is something that I've done personally that has helped me. Now, this is not just for women that are dealing with yeast infections or vaginitis or bacterial vaginosis or anything. It could be that, definitely. It could be just that you want a jump start, a cleanup. A lot of us actually have lots of mucus that is not being dissolved from the vagina, not coming out to the vagina, but is staying within our bodies and causing fibroid tumors, endometriosis, uterine fibroids, or uterine cancer even. And so your vagina needs a cleanse. And so what's wonderful about what we're going to use today, which is going to be bentonite clay. Today I'm using the Redmond clay, but actually usually I use the Indian Aztec clay, which I actually love. The Redmond clay is nice. What I like about it is it mixes well, the Redmond clay, but it also takes a while to dry if you're doing a facial, because you could actually do a face mask with bentonite clay. But we're going to use it today to make a vaginal suppository where you actually insert it in your vagina. So basically at night before you go to bed, you're going to insert it. I'm going to show you what you're going to insert. We're not going to just use this powder by itself. I'm going to show you what we're going to do, but once we make it, you're going to insert it in your vagina at night. and you're going to put it in a piece of gauze. I'm going to go through all of that in this video. And then you're going to insert it in your vagina. I'll definitely talk you through that as well. And then at night, in the morning time, you pull it out and you throw it in the trash. And what you'll find is your vagina will feel cleaner. You might actually notice a lot of mucus coming out during the day, or not a lot, but some. And that's your vagina cleaning itself of things that you could not get to. So it's a wonderful suppository. So again, it could be for general cleanse and cleaning, to pull out mucus that is deeply buried within, because basically all fibroid tumors are balls of mucus. And so allowing that to be released, it also just on a physical or visceral level, on a physiological level, it makes you feel better, because what bentonite clay does is an adaptogen, which means it goes into your body or into wherever you insert it, but more than that, where you insert it, and starts pulling out everything that is ailing you. So any kind of other issues that you may not even know you have, it's pulling that. What I love about bentonite clay, of course, is because it's filled with minerals. And so this one actually is a double one. And this one actually has, I think it's calcium, and I'm going to look at that right now. This one has, let me just see, I think it's calcium, and I forget the other one that's made with it. Oh, it's calcium and sodium. And a lot of them will just either have one, calcium or sodium. So you're getting that calcium back. So it's a great way to get your calcium in a wonderful way. Remember, for women, our vaginas are our sixth elimination organ. And so we want to make sure we use that to our advantage. So it's wonderful. And I'm going to show you how to use it. So again, you can use your Aztec Indian clay, or you can use the Redmond clay. Either way, you want to use bentonite clay. And so it says the clay of 1,000 uses. So think about that. Uses, a lot of it. We're going to make 2 suppositories. Depending on what your situation is, we're going to make the bentonite clay with apple cider vinegar. You want the apple cider vinegar, you want it with mother. So what I do is I take the apple cider vinegar jar, which actually I'm going to show you real quickly. Hold on. Now you all should be familiar with apple cider vinegar. Okay, you all should be familiar with apple cider vinegar, but this is one organic apple cider vinegar. This is wonderful. It has so many health benefits. I mean, it's good for colds and coughs, but it's also good for extracting and pulling out toxins from the body. It's also great for circulation problems. It's wonderful. So we're going to do that. Now, let me tell you the 2 things you want to use it for. If you are for some people, the apple cider vinegar may be too much, because really I would use the apple cider vinegar and bentonite clay combination if I had vaginitis, vaginosis, bacterial vaginosis, or even yeast infections. So you need something a little more stronger that's going to get in there and get it out. So that's how we're going to use that mixture. For everyone else that wants their general cleaning, removing mucus, or even fibroid tumors, I would do the apple cider vinegar. Everyone else, just for a general cleaning or discover if there's lots of mucus, this is a wonderful, we're going to use the water and clay. So here we go, we're going to get started. So all I have is the apple cider vinegar in here. And so I'm not that great on measurements. So you can go with the flow. You put as much as you want, because there is no right or wrong measurements. I do want you to know that. So the first glass, or the first recipe I'm going to make is the one using the apple cider vinegar and the clay. So I'm going to measure, just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to put 1 tablespoon, because we're going to make, remember, we're making a suppository, something that you insert in your vagina. So I'm going to do 1 tablespoon. If I need more, I'll do that. And I'm going to do about 2 drops, or a few drops, enough apple cider vinegar to kind of cover, keeping in mind that when you're dealing with bentonite clay, something you do not want to do is you don't want to use metal, because metal actually interrupts with the formula itself, and it actually it could actually become toxic instead of helpful. And all I'm doing is I'm just mixing it around. Now I actually want, and I don't know, I'm sure my husband has a close-up on it, I actually want a thick paste, because I want it to be able to put it in a ball and put it in the gauze, and I'm going to show you the gauze. So now you could actually, if you wanted to, you can add a little water to kind of cut the apple cider vinegar in this, or you can leave it just like this. Like I said, according to your ailment or what you want. I think that if you use even apple cider vinegar, it would just be just as effective. But let me show you. So right now, I know you can see, I basically got it into a nice paste. You know it's thick because you see it on a spoon. And this is actually a rubber spatula. Wonderful to use. If you have a wooden spoon, you can use that as well. So it's all ready. That was just that simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this gauze. As soon as I open it up, okay. We're going to take this gauze. And we're going to, so I recommend, if you could find organic gauze, you would want to use that because you are putting this in your vagina. So you might want to look on Amazon. I'm not sure. I looked at Whole Foods. I didn't see it. Also, you could actually use cheesecloth, which lots of people told me there is organic cheesecloth. So that's something that's easy to find. You want to take a couple of inches. I'm going to tell you why. What you want is to be able to have a tail at the end. So let's see if this is enough. If it's not enough, we'll make it a little longer. Let me tell you, this is gauze, G-A-U-Z-E. And so it's like for bandages, when you have an injury and you wrap your injury in the gauze, that's what this is for. You can actually get it at a Walgreens or any drugstore in your area. So I'll put some back because I actually want to use a little bit. So I'll put it here on the cloth. And it's kind of a ball, but let me show you. We'll get into a ball, whatever works. And now I'm going to close it up. And I'm just, the best way that I can. It doesn't matter if some of it spills. And then this is the tail part that I told you about. I want to twist the end, so almost like a tampon. I want to twist the end so that tail be there, so I'll be able to pull this out in the morning when it's done, finished doing its work. So all you would do is lay on your back. Just breathe very deeply or very relaxfully, but very relaxing deep breaths. And then just release. Then you insert it. Be very careful. Make sure your nails are clipped. You don't want to scratch yourself. And this is very natural, very healthy. Again, it's my experience. It's done wonders for me and my clients. Again, if you have to check with your doctor if you want to do this or you have concerns. This is a suggestion. You put it in the vagina, you sleep with it at night, you will start to feel something immediately. The first time I did, I remember even feeling a little like out of my body or kind of even lightheaded in some ways. But it was really because the toxins was being pulled. You sleep through the night. Somebody asked me, what if you have to go to the bathroom at night? If you have to go to the bathroom at night, you pull it out, you use the bathroom, you urinate, and then you put it back, you wipe yourself, and then you put it back in because you want to get that full night. Again, this is for more apple cider vinegar with the bentonite clays for something a little more chronic and you want to get the issue and get it good. Now, I'm going to show you, and there you go. Now I'm going to show you another recipe. So this was the apple cider vinegar and clay recipe. I'm going to do the same thing with the water. So again, I'm going to take about a tablespoon. Now the good part is, with this leftover apple cider vinegar and clay, I'm going to actually save it, put it in a jar, refrigerate it, and use it as a facial mask in the morning. So none of this is going to waste. I'm going to take my water. We use actually well water that we get from the state park, and I'm going to pour, but you can use any clean water. So I'm going to use another spatula. You want to use purified water. Distilled water is fine. Reverse osmosis water, so filtered water basically. Even alkaline water would work. Again, I'm wanting to get into a nice little paste. So I'm making sure, so I didn't overwater it because I want that pastiness. I don't want it to be smooth where it's almost a watery consistency. No, I want it actually to be a paste. And this one thing I do like about the Redmond's clay, and they boast about this on the container, is that it mixes very well and very easily. I think the bentonite clay tends to have a little more work involved to mix it well, but we already have this. So here's our same garlic suppository. We're going to do the same thing. Again, I remember it is organic. I'm going to look for organic gauze, but also you can use cheesecloth as well. I know that they do have that in organic. And so, but in a pinch, this will actually work. You do the same thing. I got enough of it. So 1 tablespoon, I think for 1 tablespoon, you could actually make definitely more than 1 suppository. So again, if you want to keep it, first of all, people will say, well, how many nights do I do this? You don't want to do it for more than 7 nights. And then if you return back to it, take a break for about 3 to 5 days, and you can go back and do it again for 7 nights until gone. The other thing that I want to say is, if you want to keep any of this clay, then you want to refrigerate it. Remember, this is a one-time use. Same thing, you see the little tail that I have here. You see the actual, this is a suppository that you're going to insert in your vagina, laying down back, or maybe you could squat. You could actually squat and do it as well. Just be careful. It goes in enough that it's going to actually do the work. The one with the water is just as effective as the one without the water. So here we have our apple cider vinegar one, and bentonite clay. We also have our water, purified water, and bentonite clay as well. In my case, it's well water. A couple of things you want to know, because I know questions you'll ask me again. You can actually do it for up to 7 days. 7 is the number in the spirit. It's a very healing number. You could actually also, you could do it, and then if you find that it's reoccurring, then you could actually, go back and take up 3 or 4 or 5 days to let your body heal. Because sometimes you might not see the results right away. The reason why you don't want to just keep doing it over and over, you have to allow healing to come. So if you are interested in my next intensive, which is this Sunday, July 2nd, from 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is called Return of the Sacred Beauty. You need to be there. This is an example of some of the things that I'll be doing with the ladies. This is one of the recipes that I will be sharing, that I actually shared in the Return of the Sacred Womb, and I'm going to share again. Of course, you've seen it. With them, I go into great detail. I give them other remedies like garlic suppository and other things. But I really just wanted y'all to see me in a different light, literally, in a different place, literally. And also, I want to show you how healing is really all about in the kitchen. There's nowhere else that you really need to go when you really want to do your own healing, when you want to take care of your own self. And nothing like a kitchen healing laboratory. If you join the intensive on Sunday, I want to tell you just a few of the things that I'll be doing. I'll be showing you how to set up your kitchen for success and how to create a true healing kitchen laboratory, as well as foods. We'll do hauls, recipes, remedies, and a lot of knowledge and wisdom. Again, thank you for coming into my kitchen. I love you all with all my heart. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty. And you know what I forgot to do? And it's too late now. But I always tell my husband, if I don't put this on, I don't feel like I've been in the kitchen, and I don't feel like I've done my job. So I always find a beautiful apron that I could wear in my kitchen. And so I just wanted to make sure and invite you to do the same. Again, this is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy. Ancient African wisdom and healing for the modern sister. I will see you in the next intensive, which is this Sunday. It is only $97, and it's a 21-day intensive. It's virtual. It's a private Facebook group that you will be added to upon purchase. Peace and blessings, ladies. Thank you.